What's going on, everyone? My name is Chase from Fleet Feet Cincinnati, and today we're going to be talking about the Hoka Gaviota 6. So first impressions when I opened up the box, I looked at it and I said, this looks very similar to the Hoka Arahi. So what you're going to see is with the Gaviota 6, you're going to have a lot of cosmetic changes to the upper of the shoe. It does have a redesigned engineered mesh upper on the top, and it does have a very interesting internal lacing system in this option as well. In the Gaviota 5, we are introduced to the H-frame support system. In this Gaviota 6 version, we do have an enhanced H-frame support system. On top of that, with the cushion in the shoe, it's supposed to offer a little bit more of that like plush sensation underneath the foot with that H-frame support. Still a very stability support styled shoe, but with a little bit more of that like kind of squishiness underneath the foot. With the meta rocker placed in here as well, it's supposed to offer a really smooth transition heel to toe. And this is all great, but once I put it on my foot, I think it does live up to that hype. Something that I thought about the Gaviota 5 was it was a little bit more rigid than my liking, especially from someone who you may or may not know loves a very, very plush shoe underneath the foot. Felt a little bit firm for my liking. As I put on the Gaviota 6 and walk around a little bit, I'm loving what I'm feeling. Definitely that support side of things as well, but a little bit more give to the shoe. The internal lacing system that I talked about earlier holds the shoe very, very tight to the foot, which I love. If you're someone who wore the Gaviota 5 and loved that wider toe box, I am happy to report that the Gaviota 6 still feels roomy in that toe box area, so it shouldn't be a ginormous transition from the Gaviota 5 to the Gaviota 6. Like I said, with the things I pointed out, some cosmetic changes, that re-engineered mesh upper, an enhanced H-frame system, so they didn't change that a whole lot, but did enhance it to make the shoe feel a little bit better. And then the internal lacing is, I think, a huge perk in my opinion. The stats behind this shoe have stayed relatively the same. The drop height still sits at 6 millimeters. The weight has decreased a tiny bit from the Gaviota 5 to the Gaviota 6. Gaviota 5 in a men's size 10 came in around 10.9 ounces. The Gaviota 6 coming in at 10.25, so it did cut back on a tiny bit of weight there. And then price difference has changed a little bit. $180 for this updated version versus $175 last year with the Gaviota 5. With all that being said, I think this is a fabulous option for someone who is looking for that max cushion feel, but also a little bit of support underneath the foot as well. If you are in love with the Gaviota 5, I highly recommend trying on the Gaviota 6 because I think it was a really good update with this shoe. Releasing today, January 1st, 2026. Stop into your local Fleet Feet Cincinnati store and try it on.